Welcome to Capital Tint and Custom. So today I wanted to talk about a special build that we did for Greg Vaughn. We got this super basic, basically farm truck, and we turned it into basically the ultimate marketing vehicle. Along our build, we really wanted to do something special for Greg Vaughn. He definitely is one of those characters that loves his rides. Whatever it is, whether it's a Rolls Royce or Ferrari, Lamborghini, whatever Greg's style is, he definitely has good taste with rides. And this Tacoma needed to be no different than any other ride that he would jump in for a daily driver. So when we first got this Tacoma, it looked a lot like this. And after we're done with this whole build, our big theme for Greg is when he got in his ride, he needed to feel like the boss. So we went ahead and did the ultimate marketing setup. When this car cruises down the street, it's something definitely going to catch your eye. Not only did we do a great wrap design on the truck, we also did suspension. We lifted the truck about 4 inches with a FabTech Dirt Logic suspension setup. Of course, upgraded wheels and tires. So as soon as you see this thing, the impression is definitely there that the Restore company is there to do business. So when you open the door to this vehicle, you open the door to a custom interior. We did a light blue stitching to match the exterior wrap design, a black leather, and then a dark gray suede insert for the seats. The headliner was really cool. This is one of those things that just took the vehicle's build to the next level. On the headliner, we have a full suede headliner with the Restore logo built into the top of it. The audio system, definitely top quality. We have a really nice doubled in Kenwood radio in there, JL Audio speakers front and back, mixed with a 5-channel amp with the JL Audio Stealth box, which is a nice 10-inch subwoofer, just so the audio system sounds acoustically correct. The vehicle also had oversized tires on it too on the outside, 33-inch tires. So what we did is we're like, all right, we're gonna add some things to this ride. But the things that we add, we don't want them to take away from the ride either. So with the 33-inch oversized tires, we also added an SCT tuner, which is gonna give the vehicle some more power, a cold air intake, and also an upgraded Flowmaster exhaust system. So long story short, we've taken this ordinary Tacoma and turned it into the ultimate marketing machine. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about the design process because this definitely wasn't an easy one. We basically got keys dropped on our lap. We had one picture to work off of, and they said, build us a vehicle. So we were working with, of course, Greg Vaughn and also Elise, his assistant. And when we first started putting this thing together, I think one of the hardest things about this build was actually doing the design for the wrap. We had one Instagram picture based off of a piece of artwork that somebody had drawn up for Greg. And that was it. We didn't have anything else to work off. So when we got our first designer on the project, we had this whole wrap designed and we shot it over to Greg and Elise. And you know, Greg didn't say too much about it, but Elise, she hated it. She said it wasn't sexy, it looked like a plumber's truck, and it just everything was falling apart. And this is like just the hardest thing about the whole design because this is what takes the most time. So there we are looking for different design ideas. We actually ran this past 2 different designers and we wound up coming up with this great graphic design that everybody wound up falling in love with. It's sleek, it's sexy, and it definitely has a little bit of panache. All right, so as far as the difficulties building a vehicle like this, just getting keys in your lap and some general ideas on what somebody wants, well, that's our job. This is exactly what we're here for. So if you give us an idea, that gives me enough to spin off of, as long as you say okay. Now, we needed something that was gonna be aesthetically pleasing. We also needed something that was functional, and also something that when you saw it on the street, you'd be like, what's that? We wanted to design the vehicle not only to look good, but we also wanted this build, when you got in the vehicle, you just had a certain feel, like you knew you were the boss. You know, you could go and jump from your Lamborghini into the Tacoma and still feel good. All right, so what the most exciting thing is about building something like this, aside from all the blood, sweat, and tears, is seeing the finished product go through, which we haven't seen yet. Now, we haven't let Greg see the vehicle at all, So we still got to catch the initial interaction with the customer, but Elise has come by, previewed it, and absolutely loves it. Their general manager came by for the company, absolutely loved it. So just seeing the reactions from going from the farm truck to the build, it's just priceless. And that's what it's all about. All right, so one of the most difficult things with the build was the suspension. So we had this awesome Fab Tech 4-inch lift kit, fully adjustable, and we had everything adjusted out, but then when we sent it over to alignment, the front tires got set back a little bit. The back's pretty stationary, not much to align back there, but when you're aligning the front tires, just so we didn't get death wobbles or, you know, the car driving one way or the other, the front tires got set back a little bit, which created rubbing on the inner fender well. So this created a big old issue. Next thing you know, we're basically taking the wheels off again, just taking a look at everything under the truck, where it's rubbing, and long story short, of course, it's the worst part of the truck where it could rub. It's right where the body of the truck mounts to the frame. So we had to go through and actually fabricate part of the frame of this truck. We went through and shaved off some of the frame where the body connected, built a plate to reinforce it, and you can't even tell. So this is one of the many one-off custom builds that we've done for our clients. These are some of our favorite projects to do in the shop. Of course, we get our, regular flow of business with window tinting and smoking out lights, doing vinyl stripes. So when we get these builds and we can start them from beginning to end, we absolutely love seeing the outcome, going from, again, your basic farm truck to, hey, I would drive this thing on a daily. This is one of our many one-off custom builds that we do. We're extremely excited to release the vehicle to the customer. I know the customer is extremely excited to get their ride back. So rather than just releasing this vehicle, we decided to kick it up one more notch. So not only are we going to release the vehicle, but we're going to do a release party. So we have a DJ coming down. We're gonna have some food made. A lot of the guys were actually cooking the food. We're gonna be doing some homemade brisket along with some other good sides. Of course, you guys will see that shortly to follow. And when we release the vehicle, we're excited to see how the customer is gonna react. I think that's the biggest part of the whole build. All right, I wanna thank you guys all for watching. Please like, subscribe, and give us a message if you guys have any questions about any of the work that we did.
Evans. 27 hearts beat.